I feel like we all get to that point around mid-January where we're like, I'm stuck. The creative juices aren't flowing as easily as they were in the first couple of weeks, in the first couple of days. And you get to this point where you're burnt out. Burnt out in January. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? And that's exactly how I've been feeling lately. I've been feeling really disconnected from the art I'm making stuff just for the sake of making it rather than because I enjoy making it. And at the start of January, one of my New Year's goals is to create more output and churn away at my creativity a bit faster. Because what I was finding is that I was having all of these amazing ideas and then I wasn't even starting, never mind taking it all the way through to the point where I was like happy sharing it. But this frame of mind has kind of stuck me in like output work mode where I'm linking my creativity to work. And whilst I'm at work, thinking about creativity, which is making it feel like work. So the spiel isn't about being productive again. It's about reconnecting with your inner artist, your inner child, the reason why we all start creating in the first place. And it's about remembering who you are because it's so easy to get lost in the sauce of output that you just have to take a step back and be like, why am I outputting? The important part there for me is really remembering who I am. Hi, I'm Kudus. I'm a creator from London. Oh, shock horror. But I think before being a creative, what we are is an artist. And the raw art form is what we lose by focusing on output and creation. I used to be the biggest reader, the biggest writer, the biggest drawer, the biggest photographer. I was making music, I was filming everything I saw, and all of this was when it felt playful, it felt low pressure. I didn't know what I was making. I didn't know what good looked like. I was just creating because I wanted to. But as soon as you start linking these things to work, to external validation, to social media, you lose sight of the initial spark, the initial like joy that made you be like, yes, I'm going to pick up that paintbrush today. Yes, I'm going to pick up that camera today. And it becomes a chore. And I'm not trying to let that happen to you or to me for the rest of 2025. I think there's always like an underlying feeling whenever you start a new hobby that, oh, I need to monetize this. It needs to make mega bucks. Otherwise, why am I starting a new hobby for? The drain of the side hustle mentality. Guys, not everything needs to be a side hustle. And once you let go of the idea that you're ever going to make money from anything you make creatively, because you actually might not. And then what? You wasted your time working on being creative, not because you wanted to, but because you thought you were going to earn some money from it. And then once you started thinking about monetizing it, the thing you're monetizing has to be perfect, right? It has to be perfect. And that is just another block from you even picking up the pen or the musical instrument or whatever it is that you're thinking about starting. Because you can't be bad at the thing you're trying to get other people to buy off you. In fact, I think the fear of being bad is what is holding us back as a society. Whenever I talk about dance, I always get hit with the same, oh, I can never be a dancer. I'm too bad at dancing. I could never take a dance class. I'm rubbish. I have 2 left feet. I started with having 2 left feet. I was bad once, and there was a point in my life. Actually, I still am bad. I revoke that last statement that I just made. I still am bad. But there was a point in my life where I was worse, and I was like, and I didn't care that I was worse. I was just doing it for the fun of it. And even me saying I'm still bad is me letting myself compare myself to others. And once again, thinking about the output, except from actually doing it. Who cares if you're bad? Who cares if you're good? Just do it because being bad is actually the fun part. Being terrible at your hobby is the best part. When you're terrible at it and you don't care about being bad at it, when you actually start to make progress, you'll be like, wow, just an added bonus. I'm not terrible at it anymore, but I'm still enjoying it. I've just started revisiting drawing, and then I'm starting ring making for the first time, which is really exciting for me because I used to love drawing so much. teenage me and art were locked in until someone told me, you're never gonna get anywhere with this. Focus on your studies. Which I did. I focused on my studies. I made it through my GCSEs, my A-levels, my uni degree. And here I am returning to it. I literally picked up my old sketchbook, which I have not opened in 3, maybe 4 years now. And it instantly reminded me of how I felt in the moment when I was creating this. And that was freeing, and art was an escape rather than a job. It was freeing, it was fun, it was light, it was nothing. And because of that, it was everything. So here I am starting again. I can't even say that I'm not nervous to be restarting up art again, but I'm really, really focused on allowing myself to be a beginner again, allowing myself to be terrible and bad and not caring that I'm terrible and bad. Even if I do want to post it and I'm bad and I post it anyway, who cares? That's great, because it's proving to me that I can detach perfectionism from the output of creation, and I can post something to me because it matters emotionally rather than, oh, I need to strategically think about how this is going to impact my page. I need to strategically think about my next stages. Is this artwork good enough to put out? Is this artwork good enough to put out? What do you mean? That is actually such a stupid thought. I said it. You are stupid. And by you, I'm also talking about myself, because the amount of times I see a dance video and I'm like, that's not good enough to put out. Or I record a whole video, edit it, and then I'm like, that's not good enough to go out. Who cares? Who actually cares? No one cares. And not everyone is vulnerable enough to show their like bad artwork, or in fact, they might just not want to share it, which is perfectly fine, by the way. Some things are actually just better kept for yourself. So you don't want to share it? Real. You do want to share it? Don't panic about it. Just hit the button, because the internet isn't real, first of all. This isn't real. The art that you create on that page in that moment and the feeling that you have creating it is real. And everything else doesn't matter. I mentioned it before briefly, but I'm going to allow myself to not be productive about some of my hobbies, like my drawing and my art, like my ring making. Those things don't need to be productive. If I decide to not draw for a week and then I come back and I draw again, was I being lazy? Probably not. Was I probably just busy with everything else going on in my life? Probably. So sometimes rest, and don't be stressed that you're not doing what you wanted to do. You didn't draw every day for 30 days. You didn't post a new video every single day. Don't get me wrong, there's still some hobbies that I want to attach to output and to getting out as much as I can and as consistently as I can, because I really want to get better in those. And that's more about personal determination and proving to myself that I can get better, and also the want and fire and hunger to get better because I want to get better. Not because I want to sell it, but because I truly love the thing that I'm investing the time into. For example, again, my dance. I don't want to become a professional dancer. Hey, professional dancers, hey, well done, guys. Me, it's not for me. It's actually not for me. But I make an effort to practice as much as I can in my free time, especially with my freestyle and my battle training, because I want to be better. And just because I want to be better. I'm not being better for something, I'm not being better for someone. I just want to put the effort in myself and prove that I can become better at this thing that I'm super passionate about. And I don't think I'm ever gonna make money from it. I don't think I'm ever gonna go viral from my dancing. I'm not even sure if I'm ever gonna win a competition with my dance. But if those things come along the way, then it's just an added bonus rather than they don't come. I've practiced, I spent all this time. And then no reward, no external validation. And then what? And then you hate your hobby forever? You hate what you're doing and then you drop it? Yeah, I'm not letting that be me this year. All in all, guys, I think we just need to relax with our passions and our hobbies. I think we can still have a lot of care and a lot of fire and a lot of desire about my hobbies. Like, I care very deeply about my videography. I care very deeply about my dance. But caring and stressing about your output, your performance is not the same thing at all. So if you're feeling burnt out, take some time to reflect on what hobbies you really loved as a child that you've let go of, why you let go of them, and what's stopping you from picking it up again for fun. I'm not actively trying to reinvent myself. I'm really just focused on letting myself be more like my younger child, be freer, be happier, and create for the sake of creating. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I have not done one of these like sit down talk videos ever. So we'll see how this one lands. I hope you guys are getting the rest you need, and I will talk to you guys later.